Remember how we used to build a case before we made a controversial point? Let's just make the point.
Right. Yeah.
Let's not make it. Let's just state it.
Yeah. Let's just tell you what to think. And this, I think, not to get too meta about this, but this to me is like the essence of the structural change in journalism in like the last 5 to 10 years. We used to default to I would even say sort of wimpy, clinically neutral language whenever there was any area of uncertainty. The whole idea in journalism is we don't want to be caught saying something that's wrong, right? Because that was the big crime in journalism. The thing that could end your career was getting a big fact wrong or repeatedly doing it or whatever it was. So if we didn't know for sure, we'd say allegedly, reportedly, right? It was always, we don't know. There's this thing out there. Here's what we do know. We'll tell you. And then we did that because we were trying to stay in the area of what we knew for sure, and then put it on the reader, make it their responsibility to decide what to make of all this, right? And it was a relationship that was defined. We're telling you we're doing the best we can. That's our job. Your job is to evaluate this. And if we start stepping into your world, let us know. And if you misinterpret us, we'll let you know. But
Matt,
there were lines, it seemed to.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's sad that we have to remind people of what now appears to be ancient history, but they're making it ancient as fast as they can. If we're to derive precepts for the new journalism manual from what we've just discussed, they are these. Do not believe that there are two sides to political stories. There is only one in many cases, and in this one. So don't even bother citing the other one. That was the X and Y business. Also, if you have a conclusion, put it up at the top rather than down after you've shown it to be valid or, credible. And so let's be one-sided, let's be lopsided, and let's do it very quickly so that people don't have to read first to get to it.
Right. Right. Yeah. And let's make sure that not 3 or 4 words goes by without telling people exactly how they're supposed to understand any set of facts. So, like, for instance, go ahead.
No, you've got something. I've just got bullshit opinions. You've got
no
material in front of you.
Well, just quickly. So here's the AP headline that interestingly triggered actually some real criticism among other journalists, which I thought was cool. But the AP tweets this out. Since gaining the House majority, House Republicans have aggressively investigated Biden and his son, claiming without evidence that they engaged in an influence peddling scheme. So again, that would have been totally verboten, even certainly 10 years ago, I would think. But even 5 years ago, 6 years ago, well, this happened after Trump.
Russiagate blew it all to hell because this circular construction that we're talking about, where you feed something, then get it fed back, and now you get acclaimed for it by a journalism professor. This stuff started with Russiagate, and this term "without evidence" is itself a kind of cliche or a tick that has to be attached to every other sentence. It seems.
Certainly every Trump story.
Yeah, every Trump story, and now every anti-Biden story. But the fact is, Matt, they're not being asked to not be fair. They're being asked to be absolutely monolithic, and it's not an anti-Biden story to report on an impeachment proceeding. It's simply the facts. It's what's going on in Washington. But here they're being commanded every time you mention impeachment, make sure to say it's an unjust and unwarranted impeachment.